Morning everybody, I'm Luke Sullivan with Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. We're about 30 minutes north of Denver, right off of Interstate 25. A lot of inventory in the lot. You probably know us for our livestock and our horse trailers, but we also do carry a nice line of some of Logan's kind of motorsports trailers, so to speak. A lot of them are multi-purpose. They do have some geared more towards the snowmobile market, and then they do have some more geared towards the side-by-sides and the ATVs and that kind of stuff. So this is a Logan Torque. It's a 2025 model, 20 feet on the floor. We're 8 feet wide and about 7 feet tall. So you've got a lot of usable space inside this trailer. Once we get inside too, you've got a lot of storage and a lot of ways to stay organized. So we'll get into the business end of it real quick. Logan does an awesome job with their bumper pull trailers. They put this Demco latch on these guys. It's a 2 5/16 inch ball like we're used to, but it's a very nice, always have a positive connection onto your ball. Really hard to have that bad connection or the kind of that false connection where we would used to have a connection sitting over top of the ball. So this eliminates that whenever we lower these trailers down, no matter if you're in the latch position or unlatched position, it'll lower down, it'll encapsulate your ball, lower it back down, then you do have a safety pin to run through there as well when you're hooked. Nice piece of added adjustment with this ball as well too. So you've got a ton of up and down adjustment depending on your tow vehicle. Couple bolts here, you've got at least 6 to 8 inches, maybe more there of adjustment, whether or not you're towing with a flatbed truck that's got a lower hitch height or some of our newer late model trucks that have got a big tall hitch height as well. You've got that adjustment with those. So big safety chains as well. Always make sure your safety chains have a good solid connection and that you connect them whenever you're using. And then a nice added feature with this trailer too is we have an electric over hydraulic jack on this bumper pull. Really nice, makes hooking these up easy. If you keep these loaded over the off season and you've got a lot of weight in there, you don't have to hand crank these anymore. You also get a bit of added safety and security with it because these are all keyed, so keyed on and off, and then you have your switch and controls right here to go up and down. So really nice, makes life very easy, and you get a bit of added security with that as well. Do have a standard 7-pin plug on these guys. We're running it in a little dummy battery box to show you some lights, but standard on all our late model trucks. We're also running now to, a lot of people are asking, we're running reverse lights in these, but there's no change to our 7-pin. It was just a very underutilized part of kind of that older system. So Logan does a nice job. They coat a lot of things in their Vortex liner. You'll see the tongue in that. You'll see a lot of the floor space and the load space inside of the trailer the same. But you'll see they've also done a nice tall, I think we're 18 inches of tread bright on this guy. Nice protection from some of that road debris. Obviously, if you're into some off-road motorsports or stuff like that, you're probably heading down a gravel road for a while or a dirt road. So nice to have that added protection from your paint. And then secondly to that, over here on the passenger side too, we do have a 110 service on this guy. So we've got a 110 plug inside. That's going to enable us. We also, Logan standard issues these guys with a battery tender to charge up our onboard battery that we're able to run most of our lights. Our marker lights we're running off that dummy box, but most of our interior lights and all of that can function off our onboard battery. Very similar to kind of an RV or a living quarters type trailer. So working our way around over here to passenger side. Dual man doors on this guy. We've got one passenger side, one driver's side. Nice access, just depending on your parking situation. We really like to have them on curbside if you're ever broken down. That way you're not standing out in traffic trying to get tools or something like that if you need to change a flat or swap out a spare or something like that. And then with the dual doors, just again, you have a lot of versatility with those. And then these ride a little bit higher, so we've added a fold down step to these. Again, trying to ease getting in and out of these and make life a little bit simpler. So we'll take a quick look at just a couple quick features on the front end of this trailer, and then we'll look at the rest of the load space when we get outside. But in the nose, big storage box up front, couple power options as well. We've got a 12-volt, kind of your old standard cigarette lighter, round style there, and then some USBs on the other side as well. So GoPros, batteries, anything that you want to get charged up in there, you can do that. And then down below this is another nice little storage box, and also where we do have our 12-volt battery storage. So again, easy spot to throw a couple maybe tire changing tools or something like that. You have easy access to them in the front of the trailer like that. And then on the wall of this is our battery disconnect as well. So we suggest whenever you're using it, whenever you're towing with it, you're trickle charging off your truck, so leave it on. That enables you to run some of our interior lights, and then flip that off whenever you're not using it. If it's for the night, if it's for the season, it'll really help protect that battery. And then if you are able as well, we talked about having a battery tender and our 110 service, and that's it right there. So you'll start seeing as well too around the whole trailer, two things. Floor space all over this trailer is the Vortex liner that Logan specializes in. It's their proprietary, very much like a truck bed liner. It's got a bit of a rough surface, has some nice traction to it, and it holds up really well. They build out all their livestock and horse trailers with it, and it holds up really well to those livestock beating on them and the dirt roads and gravel roads that a lot of those guys haul those trailers down. And then secondly, you'll see down here on all of our floor space is this airliner track, and it's infinitely adjustable. You'll see we've got a couple of different rings here. We can move those around. You can Google or Amazon airliner track, or L-track, I think it's also referred to sometimes. You can find a lot of different options with what you want to use. You can find D-rings, you can find mounts for tie-down points, you can find those specialty S-hooks if that's what you're looking for. So a lot of options, a lot of versatility with that as well. So we'll work our way back outside. Real quick though, you do have control of your lights. So this is gonna be some of our outside lighting just above this door. And we have an option at both man doors to run all of our interior lighting on this trailer as well. You'll see coming alongside the trailer too, they did the frameless windows. So you get a bit of a vent pop option with these. Really nice sleek look with these. In fact, we'll close up this man door over here on the side, and it's also a frameless window too. So they just have a really nice sleek look to them, and you get a bit of a different kind of airflow than you would than the typical bus windows that we're used to seeing that only half open. So you get these to pop and vent from the bottom, and they bring a lot of airflow in that way too. So did spread axles on this trailer, helps a lot with that weight distribution. We set them a little farther forward too, so you can limit some of that tongue weight. You know, you're certainly able to know your specs and check with your manufacturers, but this would certainly be a very easily towable vehicle with some of your larger SUVs and your half-ton trucks. So think about that, think about what you're putting in it, but that's also a possibility, especially with that spread axle. If we're eliminating a little bit of that tongue weight, sometimes that's where we run out of that cushion as payload on our tow vehicles. So that's going to help with that a lot too. We are on 6,000-pound Dexter torsion axles with electric drum brakes. Make sure whatever you're towing with, whether it's a big dually or a smaller half-ton truck, you have a functioning brake controller and you understand those settings and how to use them. So electric drum brakes on both axles as well. Aluminum wheels too, 10-ply tires. Doing a program right now, 1-year warranty, no questions asked. Roadside, flats, blowouts, anything like that too. You will see some marker lights that are lit up. I don't know if they show up on camera very well, but they are lit up white right now, and that's, I've got our box set to our reverse lights on. So these down here along this bottom rail will shine that white as if they were a reverse light, helping see a little bit, helping light up the ground around us a little bit whenever our truck is in reverse. And we'll also see the full reverse light within the tail lights on the back. When this goes back, I'll switch it right now so that we have a good look. See if it actually shows up. When we switch it back, it'll go right back to another running light again. So it should have turned amber hopefully on us. It actually went off. So we'll flip it back on. Again though, with the reverse light option, it's really nice to add that on there. You get a lot more light to show you what you're doing, and it helps. We can never have enough light, whether it's early in the morning or late at night, and we're trying to get things loaded up too. So also hauling snowmobiles in these things, hauling ATVs, hauling quads, side by side. You're out playing in the mud, getting covered in wet stuff. We've got a two-way roof vent that we've put on the side of these. We typically put these in the roofs of a lot of our trailers, but really nice way to pull some air out of these, dry some of our equipment out, and help keep that air moving through these trailers as well. And also here on the side is another switch and control for our load lights right over our rear ramp as well. Coming around here, everything that you see on the floor back here, including this ramp, is coated in that Vortex liner that we talked about. So Logan's really proud of this product. It holds up, like I said, really well, and it does have a really nice kind of anti-skid factor to it. Like we said, very similar to the bed liners that we see in our trucks nowadays. So again, great surface. Whether you're using this as multi-purpose and you do want to haul some wheeled vehicles during the summertime and some sleds and some track vehicles during the wintertime, you know, very easy to do that with this trailer. You've got a nice long ramp, so you don't have that severe angle that we have on a lot of these. And they've even done a little bit of probably 1.5 feet to 2 feet worth of dovetail on the back of this too, to ease those angles for us and really make it a nice, easy load angle. So again, we talked about the airliner track on this trailer. It's everywhere. We've got it on the sides. We've got some small strips there on the back too. So you have options, whether you're tying down, like we said, wheeled vehicles or sleds. You can pull forwards, backwards, and sideways. Now, a couple nice little touches that they've done with these. This is the first and foremost, and I like that it's out here at the back of the ramp. So if you have a breakdown, you want to do a little maintenance, you're just fueling up or checking oil or something like that, you've got a spot to put a few tools, got a spot to put a few oil bottles, whatever you're doing, gas cans underneath, help you kind of keep yourself organized a little bit and help make life a little easier. And you're obviously using this for fun most of the time, so trying to make that day easier for you and keep life a little stress-free. Fold up table there, and then we've got benches too. So we've got a bench on either side of our window. Folds up very easily, legs stow in just like that, clip right in, and then a big nice rubber holder to hold that again. Now, we talked about measurements. We've got 20 feet of usable floor space inside of the trailer, front to back. We're 7 feet tall. We are 8 feet wide at the widest point of the trailer, but a lot of people always want to know what's that measurement between your fender wells. I've got a lifted with extra wide and tall tires on my side-by-side. I need some of that extra space. On this trailer in particular, we are just a hair over 80 inches, so you've got a lot of room in this guy to pull stuff forward, get it through those fender wells, get it centered up, and your weight distributed evenly as well. Again, looking at the floor, you're seeing that airliner track everywhere, but making our way up, folded our benches up. These are our flip out windows, just a twist of a knob to get us that ventilation that we're looking for. Two across from each other. Nice to get a little cross breeze going through these guys, and then wintertime we're going to close those up tight. Nice. I think we're 6 foot worth of shelf down here. A lot of versatility to this, and you've got a big ledge to this too, so don't be scared to throw some oil bottles up there, you know, some helmets, your gear, whatever you want, and it's not going to roll out on you. You're not going to lose it. You're not going to find it all in a heap at the back of the trailer when you get to your trailhead or where you're heading. A couple cabinets on either end of this shelf too. Gas strut holds that door open for us. Again, these trailers are very much built to be multi-purpose, so whatever your gear is, whatever it is that you need to kind of utilize these for, whether you're hauling camera gear or you're hauling a bunch of extra helmets because you're running a tour service or something like that, you have that ability. And then below all these cabinets, we've got a ton of hooks too, coats, you know, more helmets, whatever gear you've got. And these are pretty stout, pretty deep as well, so if you need to throw a couple cords on there, a couple air hoses, something like that, keep you going down the road, keep you supplied, and you know, keep what you need to go with you down the road and keep well stocked. So again, more storage options here. Use these for a lot of straps. We talked about the two-way vents as well that we've got on the side of this trailer. This one we've put up high on driver's side. It's a two-way vent, so we can pull some air out with this guy from in the trailer, or we can open forward and suck a lot of air as we're moving down the road as well. So some versatility with those. And then moving back along the driver's side too, we've got 6.5, 8 feet worth of hooks down that lane as well. Again, a lot of versatility, a lot of storage in these trailers, and can make them what you need them to be and what you're going to use them for. And then very well lit as well too. So you'll see a couple LEDs behind our hooks there, a couple over our shelf as well. We have control over those at the man door that we talked about. And then a little more ventilation option too is a nice roof vent. So screened as well, all our windows and everything is screened. So if you're in an area where you're worried about it, you can close everything up, your ramps at least, and you've got some ventilation with some screens to keep the bugs out. And then crank her right back down before you head down the road. So a lot of nice features inside this trailer. We didn't talk real quickly either about the matching spare tire over here. Stored inside, you know, helps keep it looking nice. And again, it's a matching spare. So if you ever have a blowout, you're heading to the trail or out for a weekend of fun, you don't have an ugly steel on there. And you can also always rotate these, add these into your tire rotation as well. So if you're looking to buy a little more life out of all of your tires, you buy a trailer, you get 5 tires with it, add it into your rotation. You buy a little more life out of all of them that way. Whenever you're doing that service work on your bearings or brakes, you can add this into that rotation, and you've got that matching wheel and that ability to never have an odd set out there going down the road. Working our way back outside the ramp. We talked quickly about reverse lights. We flipped them all off, playing with them, trying to show you the marker lights, but nice LED tail lights in these, double set of those, so a lot of visibility with these. LED, very low power draw, and then you'll see the very bottom portion of these lights is our reverse lights. So a lot of trailers are doing these now, integrated into tail lights. Makes a big difference. You know, we're all doing stuff after work, trying to get ready for a long weekend, getting parked up, whether it's at home and you've just got that reference point you can't see because it's getting dark this time of year or not. The reverse lights make a big difference, and we like them quite a bit. Logan does a really nice job with this ramp. This is a big, long ramp, and they spring it very well. You saw that. It was a pretty easy one-handed operation for me. And then they key all of these big paddle latches alike too. So we've got locks on both of our man doors, obviously, and then for both of these paddle latches that hold this rear ramp, keyed as well. So added security. If you're at a hotel, you're making a drive, you're staying overnight somewhere, you're not familiar with your surroundings, you want to be able to lock up tight, you have that ability with these. You have that ability to stay a little more secure and keep your stuff locked up tight. So nice option with these trailers as well. Coming over here to the driver's side, pretty much mirror image. We talked about the frameless windows. We talked about our spread axle. Really nice look to these trailers. We do put a small awning light over this side of the trailer. If you're unloaded summertime, you're working on some stuff, you want to be outside and not cooped up in the trailer. If you were wintertime, I'd want to be inside of there working on my stuff. You've got that ability, you've got some added light, and you've got those options. Again, we talked about parking. Sometimes you're forced to be on one side or the other. So mirror image to the driver's side and the passenger side. We've got our roof vent up there, two-way side vent, we'll call it, on this trailer to move some air through these trailers. That's that sticking out on this side. Mirror image door over here on driver's side as well. Nice little box here on the side of the door. Again, we're talking about ease of use, making life easy. If there's a few things you always know you want to grab first thing when you're pulling up to the trail or your destination, you can pop open this door, jump out of your truck, driver's side, and you've got real easy access to it right there. Frameless window in this door as well. And then again, we said everything's keyed alike, so you can lock these trailers up tight and know that you're secure, and it's one master set for the whole trailer. Other awning light above this door as well. Gives you that ease of access. We talked about the dummy battery that we're running up front to run a lot of our marker lights, but again, these LEDs, our awning lights over the doors, and our interior lights, we can all run with that service battery, that 12-volt deep cycle that's on the trailer, even when we're not hooked up to a truck. So If you use your trailer a little bit for storage in the off season, but you want to be able to get in and out of it, do a few things and see what you're doing, you have that ability even when you're not hooked up to a truck. Really nice feature with those. If you guys have any questions about these trailers, please feel free to reach out to me. My name's Luke Sullivan. My email's luke.sullivan@transwest.com. My phone number's 859-509-1282. Feel free to call me or text me. We've got a couple bumper pulls like this. Logan makes us a really cool gooseneck version of these too. A little more geared towards the snowmobile crowd. They do some furnaces in those and floor drains, and really neat trailers. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Questions specifically or interest specifically into this trailer, reference it on our website. Stock number is 5N241196. Thanks for your time today, everybody. Have a nice day.